everyone. I am Divine Grace D. Mejorada from BE 4 Black Sea. Today, I will present a real-life argument analysis based on a viral Twitter thread posted by a Filipino mental health advocate named Alex. In this post, Alex argues that social media use, especially platforms like TikTok and Instagram, has a negative effect on the mental health of young people. The argument gained attention among Filipino youth and sparked online discussions, making it a relevant and timely example of how arguments appear in everyday digital spaces. The argument can be logically stated as follows. Premise 1. Excessive use of social media is linked to higher levels of anxiety and depression among young people. Premise 2. Many Filipino youth use social media excessively. So the conclusion, therefore, excessive social media use contribute to increased anxiety and depression among Filipino youth. The main claim of the argument is that frequent social media use negatively affects the mental health of young people. Type of argument. This is primarily an inductive casual argument. It does not claim absolute certainty, but argues the social media use is a significant contributing factor to mental health problems based on observed patterns and research trends. The argument also has normative implication, since it suggests that society should be concerned about social media habits and youth well-being. So now let's move on to the validity of the argument. So the argument is logically strong in structure. If excessive social media use is linked to anxiety and depression, and many Filipino youth engage in excessive social media use, then it reasonably follows that social media contribute to mental health concern among the youth. While inductive arguments are not evaluated as strictly as deductive ones, the conclusion clearly follows from the given premises. So now let's move on to soundness. So soundness depends on the truth of the premises. Premises 2 is generally true as many Filipino youth spend several hours a day on social media platforms. Premises 1, however, it is still debated. Research shows a correlation between heavy social media use and anxiety or depression, but direct causation is not always conclusive. Because one premise is still controversial, the argument cannot be considered fully sound, even though it is logically reasonable. And now, let's move on to hidden assumptions. So the argument relies on several hidden assumptions. So that all forms of excessive social media use affect mental health in the same way. That social media is a primary cause of youth mental health problems rather than other factors such as academic pressure, family issues, or economic stress. So these assumptions are not explicitly stated but the necessary for the arguments to hold. So question, how the argument could be improved? The argument could be strengthened by citing peer-reviewed psychological or medical studies that demonstrate a stronger causal link, and also acknowledging other contributing factors to mental health while clearly explaining how social media plays a major role, and this will make the argument more balanced and credible. So, my conclusion and reflection of this argument, the argument should the argument about social media and youth mental health is logically reasonable but not fully sound. So this real-life argument analysis shows the importance of distinguishing between logic structure and factual truth. So understanding validity and soundness help me rather evaluate claims we encountered online, think critically about social issues, and make informed decisions in our daily lives. So that's all. Thank you for listening.